off and on the last couple days.
There we go. Looks like we got the feedback, Bob. A 1-yard loss from Marshall on the jet sweep.
Slipped on the turf.
Second and goal, Raiders from the 8. Matthews going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Will bring up third down.
This is where Navarre goes to the RPO to Feaster, Hunter Feaster.
Sorry about that, folks. We went offline there for a moment. We lost our Wi-Fi feed. But it looks like we are back up and running now. Appreciate your patience. 7-7 Navarre. The third and Feaster back to pass. And he's going to go down with the loss all the way back to about the 11.
Well, he didn't want to throw an INT, and that was smart.
Sometimes you just got to go down. No gain. Daniel will come in for the field goal attempt. Thank you, letting us know that we're back. I apologize for that. We lost our Wi-Fi connection there momentarily. 8 minutes to go, 8:09 here in the second quarter, 7-7. Daniel's kick is up, and it is good. The sixth field goal on the season, 6-7. The Raiders 10-7 lead at the 8:04 mark here of the second quarter. With 8:04 to go here in the opening half, it's Navarre 10, Milton 7. A 25-yard field goal for Tyler Daniel.
(10-7) Navarre leading. They'll kick off. Be interesting how they handle this. Gulf Breeze had several onside kicks in their lopsided win.
Caden Hall and Rayvon Cottrell back deep for the Panthers. They trail 10-7 with 8:04 to go here in the second quarter. Daniel kicks one deep. This one's going to come down at the 4. Cottrell with the return. He's going to jump it on over a couple of would-be tacklers on out to about the 28-yard line. 24-yard return by Cottrell.
Well, we'll see how Milton attacks Navarre's defense. Last time, or early on in the first quarter, running game was non-existent. They punted twice within 4 minutes. Gone to the air, fairly successful.
1st and 10, Panthers from their own 28. It's going to be Cobb, and that's the second person that slipped on the field tonight, Bob.
Yeah.
Marshall on the last possession, and Cobb's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. He'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah. I think Connor slipped one time. Now, they're in the middle of the field on the crown. If you've never been to Milton, they have a very pronounced crown on their field. I'm surprised no coaches challenged them on this, because the rules do call for, certain amount of crown, and for drainage, you'd think the sidelines would be more slippery.
Williams back to pass. Nice break up there by Connor Black. Bring up 3rd and 10. Great coverage by the Raiders secondary.
Looks like he had the ball and Connor just knocked it out.
Third and 10 for the Panthers from their 28. With 7:08 to go here in the opening half. 10-7 Navarre. Williams in at quarterback. They're switching out between Williams. And it's going to be a quick hitter this sideline, but it's only going to be a minimal gain.
I think he heard Andre Spence coming behind him, Bill.
I heard him.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 3-yard gain to Cottrell, his first catch of the night. But it's going to bring up 4th and 7.
Nate Hansen back deep.
Pullum getting a lot of work here in the first half. Just get away from that one. Nobody. Anyone? Bueller.
What aren't we going to do today, Bill?
Third punt in the first half for Pulliam. Raiders got great field position from their 41. 6:55 on the clock. And I think we might be going to the water break, Bob.
Could be. You just feel Navarre has just dominated, Bill, but it's only 10-7.
Let's go back to the scoreboard here. We'll have to reboot that one as well. (10-7) here. Navarre with possession of the ball at their own 41. 6:55 on the clock with a 10-7 lead. Irish Bill, Seminole Bob, Raider Riley on the camera. They're going to rent Marshall out of the Wildcat. I mean, actually, that is Wilson out of the Wildcat. He's going to get about 3 yards, but there's a flag on the play. I wouldn't be surprised if that would be a holding call, Bob.
Yeah, I believe so. It is.
Going to move him back 10 yards. We'll bring up 1st and long. All the way back to the 31. Bring up 1st and 20. Second penalty of the night for the Raiders. Joshua Wilson out of the Wildcat. Gets back to the 37. He gains 6. Looking for a Feaster here on the sideline. It's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Raiders. Wilson running out of the Wildcat.
Good block by B.B. Brown.
I see another flag fly over there on the far side.
This one could be a face mask.
He's going to get out to the 40, which would have been a 3-yard gain, but let's see what the penalty is, Bob. He's talking to the Milton sideline, so I'm assuming that this is against Navarre.
Could be.
Holding against Navarre again. He's going to decline it. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
Interesting. Fort Walton at halftime leading Booker T. Washington 28-0, Bill.
Feaster back in. Must have had an equipment issue.
Could be.
3rd and 11 for the Raiders. Feaster back to pass. Bring up 4th and 11. First incompleted pass of the game for Feaster. 6 of 7 for 88 yards.
I don't know if that was to Marshall or was that Nate Hansen, intended for Nate Hansen. Baker continues to lead FAMU 14-0. That is a final from Tallahassee. Baker picks up their second win of the year.
Tyler back to punt for the Raiders. Nice, beautiful punt. It's going to take a sideways bounce out of bounds. And Milton's going to take over, looks like around the 30, depending on where they spot the ball.
Arnold doesn't score again, Bill. St. John Paul beat them 40-0. Oh, no, that's second quarter.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Catholic in the first quarter leading Walton 7-0.
First and 10, Milton from their own 25-yard line.
Rickards trailing Lincoln 29-7 fourth quarter.
First and 10. Ethan Diamond back in for the Panthers. They're going to run a jet sweep to Jaden Leverett. He's going to pick up 2 yards, bring up 2nd and 8.
Speaking of not scoring, Pensacola High trailing West Florida 28-0 second quarter.
Well,
yeah.
It's going to be a 5-yard loss.
Bozeman leading Fort St. Joe in the second quarter 15-6.
4:50 to go in the opening half. 10-7 Navarre on top. Peyton. 3rd and 13 for the Panthers.
Second quarter from Fort Walton. Choctaw 17. Escambia 13.
Diamond in at quarterback for the Panthers. We're going to have a timeout.
What was the over and under?
I don't know, but 111-3.
Yes.
Wow.
Wakulla all over Taylor County, third quarter, 51-0. Wakulla just on cruise control. Third and 12, Bill. Definitely a pass play. The slant has been there for Milton.
3rd and 13.
Good. Almost a sack.
And there is a flag down in the backfield.
Holding.
Holding against Milton. I believe Coach Walls will decline it.
Yep. He did manage to get the pass off. Well, Nate Hansen should have some running room. The punts have not necessarily been long, but they've been very high.
What do you mean too high? What do you mean too high?
What do you mean too high?
Pulling him back for the fourth time.
Oh, partially blocked.
And the Raiders are going to have great field position.
Number 5.
Tyrell Marshall.
Tyrell. Mr. Block himself.
Or was it Terrence? Terrence was in there as well.
Yep.
21-0 Mosley over Crestview. Thanks for the updates out there. Navarre's got great field position. They take over on the, looks like the Panther 23-yard line. 1st and 10. Connor Matthews back in there. Matthews off right tackle. He's going to find the end zone for the 15th time. One play, 23-yard drive. Connor Matthews with his 15th rushing touchdown on the season at the 4:11 mark.
Great block by B.B. Brown. Kicked out the end. Huge hole. Bill, you could have run through that hole.
Wow.
I could have run.
I could have walked very fast through that hole.
I could have crawled through that hole. 6 points.
Daniel in for the extra point, and it's good. 17-7 Navarre here with 4:11 to go in the opening half.
Navarre will receive the second half kickoff, Bill.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the 2023 Milton High School cheerleaders.
Daniel, 31 of 31 on the season on extra points. Well, last week the Choctaw kicker went 9 for 9 on extra points and 2 for 3 on field goals. He contributed 15 points of their 66 that they put on the board last week against South Walton. Daniel getting ready to put toe on leather from the 40. This Irish Bill with Seminole Bob and Raider Riley on the camera once again tonight. We're at Milton High where the Raiders have a 17-7 lead in a big district matchup. If the Raiders were to hold on into this one, they would go to 2-0, setting up a matchup with Pace next Friday night in Pace. Do you have a score on that Tate Pace game, Bob?
Let me take a gander, Commander. Northview leading Jay, 21-13.
The pooch kick, fair catch by Leverett. Going to give Milton great field position at their own 41. 19-yard pooch kick. First and 10, the Panthers from their 41. 4:09 on the clock. Navarre on top, 17-7. Cottrell and Hall to the far side. Actually, Hall to the near side. Leverett and Cottrell to the far side. Offsides against Navarre. First and 5 as they move the ball out to the 46.
Baldwin leading West Side 84-0.
Where are you getting these scores from, Bob?
Max Preps.
Wow. First and 5 for the Panthers from their 46. Clock at 4:09. We'll start on the snap.
All day. Juggled it. Should
Out of
be
bounds.
Incomplete. Yes. Good
Incomplete
call.
will bring up second and 5. He did come down with it, but unfortunately for the Raiders, he was out of bounds.
Juggling it as well.
Spot the ball at the 46 here on the near side. We are on the visitor side press box here at Milton. We're about 50 feet from the field.
Yeah.
Panthers coming out in their gold pants, black uniform, black jerseys. And Vinny Villanova gets the tackle for loss, but he was stood up initially by Andre Spence and Easy Gasca.
Easy.
And they're going to spot the ball back to the 42, a loss of 4, bring up 3rd and 9. Clock running down to 3:27 here in the second quarter. Navarre on top, 17-7. And it looks like Milton's going to have to call another timeout here. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table,
Before Field to Fork, there was just good, wholesome food, grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
Seminole Bob, Irish Bill back here with 3:11 to go in the first half. Navarre 17-7 lead over Milton. Pace up on Tate in the first half, 14-6.
Halftime.
Halftime already. Oh, that was probably a 7 o'clock kickoff.
Yep.
3rd and 9 for the Panthers from their 42. Tate Williams in at quarterback for the Panthers.
Almost intercepted.
Good coverage back there by Marquez White. Good to see that young man back out there. They'll bring up 4th and 9. Landon Pulliam out to punt for the 5th time here in the first half. Off the side of his foot over there on the far side. The Raiders going to take over right there. They spot the ball at the 27-yard line with 2:57 on the clock, and I believe they have 2 timeouts left, Bob.
They do.
Connor Matthews' grandparents watching from New York. Looking forward to cheering for the Raiders in person next week while we're in Florida. Go Raiders. It'll be great to see you all down here. We'll have to stop by and say hey. 1st and 10 Raiders from their 27. Connor Matthews in the backfield to the right of Hunter Feaster. Twins to the near side, empty on the far side. Feaster back to pass. It's going to be hauled in by Terrence Marshall for a 73-yard touchdown. And the Raiders extend their lead to 23-7.
Hit him right in stride, Bill.
A 73-yard connection from Feaster to Marshall. And the Raiders back on the board.
One play drive. I guess you consider that a big play, huh?
Most definitely. That one comes out to 2:46 mark. And up for the extra point and good. Extends the Raider lead to 24-7.
What a beautiful pass. I mean, Terrence just blew by him, Bill. I mean, that's a highlight. See that drool? The virtual drool down Kansas and Kansas State and Auburn and others. When they see that highlight.
And that is the 33rd career touchdown pass by Hunter Feaster, one shy of the Navarre record of 34, held by Marlon Courtney III. And that is Terrence's 19th touchdown in his career at Navarre. 5 returns and 14 TD receptions. Daniel looks to the sideline. Coach Bagley with the instruction. Now they know what they're going to do. Daniel kicks away. This one's going to come down at the 7. Cottrell with the return. And he slips down just as he crosses the 21. Another tackle for that turf monster.
That's going to be some stats for the turf monster. I guess that's, on that side, that's where it starts to drain. Just a very pronounced crown here at Milton.
First and 10 for the Panthers from their 21. 2:42 on the clock. Navarre on top, 24-6. Looks like he's going to get about 6 on that. The late flag coming in. There's a Milton player down at about the 36-yard line.
I hope they're not going to call that a...
Looks like they're going to call a legal shift.
Okay.
Now be the first penalty of the night on Milton. I know we're having a little bit of issues up here with our connection. We are in a cement building, so that has a little bit to do with it, so just bear with us. That's the first penalty of the night against Milton of the 5-yard variety. Pushing back to 2nd and 9.
They haven't marked it off yet. No.
They're going to...
Personal foul, face mask.
Well, he signaled a legal shift before we went to check on the injured player, and then we come back out, and it's a 15-yard penalty against Navarre.
Yeah.
So that will give the Panthers a first down. Right at the midfield stripe with 2:04 to go, 24-7 Navarre. Ethan Diamond back in at quarterback. Back to pass. Nice coverage back there by Tyrell Marshall. Tyrell a commit to Memphis.
McClay. Hello, Bill.
What do we got here?
McClay, 24. Monroe, 21.
Good ball game over there.
I think we all took Robert F. Monroe.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers at the midfield stripe. 1:50 on the clock. It's going to be a handoff and a gain of about 4 yards down to the 46-yard line for Bryson Brown. Mason Baker on the tackle, a gain of 4.
The clock keeps running.
2nd and 6. Actually, they're going to give him to the 45. Clock kept running, and Coach Walls had called a timeout.
Right. 1:45 is what I saw.
I think they're going to put some more time back on the clock here, Bob.
I hope so.
of
18 seconds ran off. All he can do is tell the referee. That's on the white hat. Wow.
Not gonna adjust. Actually, they put 4 seconds back on. Back to 1:31. Third and let's call it 5 for the Panthers at the Raider 45. He's going to get a first down carry down to the 39. Nice 6-yard run by Malik Cobb. Clock down to 1:23. We'll start on the snap as soon as they set the chains. First and 10 Panthers. Cobb on the carry right up the gut. Is going to get about 8 yards, bring up 2nd and 2.
Well, Navarre's thinking they're going to throw the ball, and they've had a lot of success running. Under a minute here. Fumble!
Ball on the ground.
Another flag.
I think it's going to go against Milton, and now I believe they will decline it. And the Raiders will take over on the fumble recovery. First turnover of the night by Milton.
51 seconds.
And 1 timeout left. Raiders will have 1st and 10 from their 31. Irish Bill with Seminole Bob. Raider Riley on the camera. They'll be at the 32-yard line. Feaster in the pistol. Connor Matthews to his right. Trip receivers near side. Single to the far side. Marshall with the catch. Dives towards the first down marker. And he is going to have a first down. A 10-yard catch for Marshall. Move the chains. Third catch on the night for 93 yards. First and 10 Raiders from their 41. Rylan Reynolds to the far side. Sprints, and he's got another Raider first down inside Milton territory, down to the 46-yard line. A gain of 13 to Reynolds and another first down. Feaster trying to get the ball out to B.B. Brown. Falls incomplete. Clock stops with 24.4 seconds left.
Very smart. Instead of forcing it.
9 of 11 passing here in the first half for Feaster for 184 yards and a score. 3 catches each. But we'll get to that after this play. Feaster throws it long.
A lot of interference.
And it was that to Rylan Reynolds. That was the Reynolds. Inside.
Goal to go. First down.
They're going to spot the ball at the 4-yard line. A 38-yard gain. Navarre will take their last time out.
Boy, there was a lot of pushing and shoving going on.
Reynolds with his 3rd catch of the night. That one goes for 38 yards down to the Milton 4. And what a half throwing the ball for Hunter Feaster. 10 of 12, 222 yards and a score here.
I mean, Milton has moved the ball, Bill.
They have.
Been
But 302 yards of offense for Navarre here in the first half.
Yep.
Galbraith's had a lot of success throwing the ball against Milton as well.
You think?
For the tune of 463 yards.
You think?
17.6 seconds left. It's going to have to be a passing play. Nate Hansen to the near side, the only receiver in the play call.
Could be an RPO to Hunter.
It's going to be Connor Matthews in for the touchdown from 4 yards out. His 16th touchdown on the season. And the Raiders stretch their lead out to 30-7 as they score with 14 ticks on the clock here in the first half.
And they will get the ball to start the second half.
Matthews with his second touchdown of the night. Daniels' kick is good. With 14.5 seconds to go in the opening half, it's Navarre 31 and Milton 7. Big second quarter for the Raider offense. Four different players have ran, actually 5 different players have had a rush for Navarre, 4 different receivers. 3 catches each for Rylan Reynolds, Nate Hansen, and Terrence Marshall. Marshall with 93 yards, Hansen with 69, and Rylan Reynolds with 58. His best game of the season, Bob.
Yep, most certainly. Mosley leading Crestview 21-0 third quarter.
Daniel getting ready to put toe on leather. Onside kick that is going to be recovered
By Navarre.
Play clock still going. I mean, the game clock. What? They stop it with 6.7 seconds to go. It looks like Milton recovers. They'll have one played, and then we'll be finished the half, and we'll go to a commercial break. With 6.7 seconds to go here in the opening half, Navarre 31 and Milton 7. Milton brings the offense back on the field. Navarre will have the ball to start the second half. Tate Williams back at the quarterback position for Milton. Have to keep my eye on those guys. They're switching back and forth. And it's going to be a catch over here on the near side by Caden Hall. Out to the 51. With 1.7 seconds to go. It's going to be a 15-yard reception to Hall.
Holmes County in a shootout with Freeport, 30-21 at halftime.
One more play, and with 1.7 to go. And Milton, Navarre's going to take their last time out.
Well, Rocky Bayou did not play Northwest Florida Christian.
Who did they play?
They played Northwest Florida Christian. They didn't play a game. Northwest Florida won by forfeit, 2-0.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yes. Chipley, third quarter, leading Destin 19-13. There's got to be more to that story. More to that story. Bozeman, Port St. Joe, 22-14, third quarter, Bozeman.
So the Panthers will have one more play when we come out here with 1.7 seconds to go here in the opening half. Coach reminding them, do not let anybody get behind you.
Woo, don't do it. You may be walking home.
I doubt that. But 1st and 10, Panthers at the Raider 49. Last play of the first half here at Hurley Manning Field at Haywood Hanna Stadium.
We ever going to get this half over? Equipment issue
with the quarterback, so they're going to have to swap out quarterbacks here. Ethan Diamond back in for Tate Williams. So the Panthers, let's reset this. Panthers 1st and 10 from the Raider 49, 1.7 to go. Diamond's going to get back to the line of scrimmage before he is tackled by Easy Gasca and Tristan Ferreira, and that will end the first half. Your score at the half, Navarre 31 and Milton 7. For some of the Bob Irish Bill and Raider Riley, we're heading to our halftime break. We'll be right back.
Thinking about selling your property? Call Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Realty in Navarre now. The consultation is free, and Ursula uses the best tools the industry has to offer. Her years as a top producer, relocation specialist, and Florida military market specialist will help you get the desired result. If you are buying, Ursula's experience will help you make an informed decision to find the right home for you. And if you mention this advertisement, Ursula will donate $100 to the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club when the deal closes. To find out if you qualify for any of the military rewards, call or text 850-642-5711 or email ursula.householder@cbrealty.com or go to urhouseholderhomes.com. That's urhouseholderhomes.com. Go Raiders!
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raiders Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track, whether it's seeing to it that they're properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can watch and hear all exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
All Dry is 100% veteran-owned and operated. They have a proven process that guarantees customer satisfaction along with job completion to industry standards. In addition to water and mold remediation, they hold certifications in fire and smoke odor control cleanup, trauma, crime scene, and biohazard cleanup. If you're in the Gulf Coast region, including areas in Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi, you can rely on All Dry 24/7, 365. And you can find them on the World Wide Web at www.myalldry.com/Gulf Coast region.
When this old world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to face, I climb way up to the top of the stairs and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof it's peaceful as can be, and there the world below can bother me. Let me tell you now where I'm
Welcome back. We're at halftime here at Hurley Manning Field at Haywood Hanna Stadium on the campus of Milton High. The Raider Marching Band getting ready to perform here at the half. Navarre on top 31-7 as they outscored Milton in the second quarter 24-7. Actually 24-0 in the second quarter. Let's go to the scoreboard before we go to our halftime statistics. Vernon over Graceville 24-8 in the fourth quarter. Northview over Jay 28-19 fourth quarter. Bozeman over Port St. Joe 22-14 third quarter. Mosley over Crestview 21-0 third quarter. Choctaw over Escambia 17-13 in the third. Walton over Catholic 20-14 in the third quarter. Pace over Tate in the third quarter 21-6. Chipley over Destin 25-13. West Florida over Pensacola 34-6. Pensacola gets their second touchdown of the season.
There you go.
St. John Paul II 56-0 over Arnold. Fort Walton Beach over Booker T. Washington 30-7 in the third quarter. Holmes County over Freeport 30-19. Navarre 31, Milton 7. And finals, Baker 14, FAMU nothing. And IMG over Pine Forest 55-14. There's the Panhandle region. Let's go over to the Big Bend. Get some updates here. Madison County all over Sewanee 38-7. Let's see what we got.
Sewanee's losing?
Yes, they are.
At Boot
Madison
Hill.
County. We already told you the Bozeman. Liberty County over Pike Liberal Arts 14-10. Gadsden County over Mariana 34-18. Weewaw over Franklin County 22-0. Wakulla in a final over Taylor County 61-0. Childs over Leon 37-0. Florida High over Godby 35-7. And Lincoln over Rickers 36-7.
High school's going to be kind of slim again, Bill, for Bob Grant.
Why's that?
I said high school's going to be slim pickings. I'm not doing very well.
Oh, your picks. Come on, I had to hold on. I'm a little off tonight for some reason, Bob. I don't know why, but 31-7 Navarre, that's not the problem.
No, are you regular, Bill? Are you a 38 regular?
38. I'm a 36 regular.
30. There you go.
Yep. Actually, I go with the flex pants. They have a little give. But I'm wearing shorts tonight.
I noticed.
The Raiders band, Mart. We're going ahead and go ahead and here. You can hear a little bit of that in the background while we're still talking here. Your halftime stats. Navarre with 306 yards total offense, 229 passing, 77 rushing. Hunter Feaster 10 of 12, 222 yards and a score. 93 yards for Marshall. Terrence Marshall on 3 receptions, 69 yards for Nate Hansen and 58 for Rylan Reynolds, and 9 yards for B.B. Brown on his only catch. A rushing attack led by Connor Matthews, 5 carries, 43 yards, 2 scores, 18 yards for Wilson, 12 yards for Andre Spence, and 5 yards for Hunter Feaster on 3 carries. For Milton, 4 of 7 passing for Tate Williams for 82 yards. 0 of 4 passing for Ethan Diamond. Receivers, 3 catches for 79 yards for Caden Hall, only a sophomore. Young man's got quite a future ahead of him.
Yep.
And 1 catch for Rayvon Cottrell for 3 yards. On the ground, 6 yards rushing for Aiden Spratt. And 6 yards rushing for Malik Cobb. So there's your halftime score. We're going to head back out for a commercial. Actually, we're going to turn it over to the field. So hopefully you can hear the Navarre Raider marching band. our Raider band performing here at halftime at Milton High. Enjoy, please.
Give it up one more time for your Navarre Raider marching band.
They are so good, Bill.
They do. They get better and better every week.
Just like you and me, like fine wine.
No more gastrological
I saw that.
conversations. That's probably not even a word, is it?
Gastrological. I said 38 regular. I wasn't talking about whether you were regular or not. Come on.
Yeah. So let's move on from there.
For your halftime entertainment, Milton High School proudly presents the Mighty Mighty Gold Band. Join us as we present our 2023 halftime show.
What are your first half thoughts, Bill?
Because this is the way. Tonight,
The Raiders start off. They do score on their opening drive. Well, actually, there would have been their second drive, but they had a little miscue with the punt, the opening punt. But they do get to the ball and they go down and score. Then they kind of went on a little break for a while, but once that second quarter, the engine started winding again, and they just started up. They went from 0 to 60 in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, defensing Andre Spence and Josh Wilson may be a little different. I'm not a defense coordinator, never pretended to be, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. As versus a Connor Matthews. Connor is just going to bull you over.
Spence is going to bull you over too.
Well, that's true. Yep. So, Coach playing a lot of seniors tonight, I noticed. Having Cunningham back on the punt, starting, Josh Wilson and Andre Spencer, both juniors, Bob.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to switch the camera over real quick to the mighty black and gold Panther band as they get ready to perform here at half at Milton High.
We've got about 8 minutes remaining in the halftime here in Milton. Navarre up 31-7.
Pace on top of Tate. They're running away with it, 34-6.
Did not see that, Bill.
Thanks for the update, Sammy.
Did not see that.
And once the band starts playing, we will stop talking.
And now we proudly present the Milton High School Marching Band, the Mighty Black and Gold!
They put on some great performances, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, this is the contest within the contest. These two bands always get superior ratings at band contests.
Not one of them dropped. That was impressive. All that training and hard work pays off.
pretty good, Bill.
Yes, it was. I enjoy every facet of the whole Friday night experience, Bob.
Even being with me?
Of course. That's the highlight of every broadcast for me.
And I wasn't even supposed to be here tonight.
Yeah, but you showed up. You're playing hurt.
Yeah, I thought my car was going to be playing hurt, but thank you, Lord, and thank you, Goodyear and Destin, for taking care.
I just found out that in that Choctaw game, Cole Tabb didn't even play tonight. He's on the sideline tonight, but Choctaw still has a 17-13 lead over Escambia early in the fourth quarter.
I wonder why.
So, a lot of other games going on here at the half. Players are starting to warm up. Milton in the end zone to our left. Navarre in the end zone to our right. Navarre with the 31-7 lead, and they'll have the ball here in the second half. We may see a lot of players get some playing time here in the second half if the Raiders can continue to build on this lead, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to want to have an impressive win, especially if they hear the Tate score. I mean, you might as well set up the best versus the best.
I hear that Tyler Daniels' Nana is watching from Navarre tonight. So.
Well, thank you, Nana, if I can call you that.
Thanks, James Pritchett checking in. Thanks, James, for letting us know that. Raciel Ybarra checking in as well. Jack Worley, Tim Keene, Chris Gersick, J Dude Awesomeness. Isn't that the most coolest name of all time, Bob?
I thought Bill Ham was one of the most awesomest names.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
Shuck E. Darns. We may get to see Roman Marshall a little bit here in the second half as well.
Yeah, again, we'll see. I would predict very highly, putting money on it if I had any.
I'd like to see Anthony Gasway. He is dressed in full pads tonight.
Yep.
He hasn't played yet this season.
I would predict that Milton may try an onside kick to start the game. That's just...
Fort Walton Beach over Washington 44-14. Mosley over Crestview 28-0. Holmes County over Freeport 46-27. Bozeman stays unbeaten, but Port St. Joe gave them all they wanted, 22-20. Destin trailing 25-13 in the fourth quarter. Northview over Jay 41-19. Walton Pensacola Catholic still 20-14 in the fourth. Escambia and Choctaw still 17-13. And Vernon with a 24-8 lead over Graceville.
Choctaw score surprises me a lot.
You got a battle of two of the really good quarterbacks in the Panhandle. Jesse Winslet for Choctaw and Anthony Hall for Escambia. Looks like we're ready for second half action here.
On the field.
So sit back in your chairs. We got 24 minutes of high school football action here on this Friday night. No superstitions here, even though it is October the 13th, Friday the 13th.
Just no ladders in the middle of I-10. Thank God it was daylight and I could see it. I mean, it was a...
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. It was a huge ladder. So ladders are attacking me, deer are attacking you.
Pace stretches their lead out to 41-6 over Tate. They're looking to get their sixth victory.
What does that do? Tate would have 2 losses in the district, Bill.
Yes, Navarre and Pace. Pulling back to do the kickoff duties, and we're underway here in the second half. Nate Hansen's going to return it from the 30. And he's going to break it loose, and he's going to take it. And that's the
Look
kick.
out. Good
70
cut.
yards. Nate Hansen with the kickoff return. 70 yards. And the Raiders stretch their lead out to 30.
Pooch this.
A 70-yard kickoff return by Nate Hansen.
Boy,
Got a great block by Terrence Marshall to
Yeah, he
get
did.
into the end zone.
the Buffalo Wild Wings boost is in effect. We had Nate Hansen on as our guest, Bill.
Daniel in for the extra point. Kick
job.
is up, and it is good. Extends the Raider lead out to 38-7 at the 11:49 mark of the third quarter. The Raiders on top 38-7.
Good job by Feaster getting that ball down.
Allie Bryant checking in from the ICU room supporting his team. Thank you, Allie. They're doing great. Hope the whatever is happening with you that you get through this with flying colors, and we can see you back out here on the field wearing the white and maroon of Navarre High. Rosemary Stewart checking in. I don't have enough people for instant replay, Rosemary. Sorry about that.
After the show's over,
You can't go back and watch it. Great idea, Bob.
can't go back and watch it. And they're going to have it at Buffalo Wild Wings tonight, Bill, and Culver's. Or are they doing it live tonight?
They are doing it live tonight, road game.
I heard the freshman won, Bill, over Milton.
And they knocked off Tate last week to avenge an early season loss. That kickoff's going to come down at the 5. Nice return. Still on his feet over the 20, out to the 25.
Cooper Black.
Cooper Black on the tackle. And that was Bryson Brown on the return of 20 yards. The Panthers will take over right there from their own 25. Good to see Logan Hand back in there tonight, Bob, after he's missed about 2 or 3 games. First and 10, Panthers from their 25. Just underway. If you missed the opening kickoff here in the second half, you missed a 70-yard return by Nate Hansen. Daniel added the extra point to stretch the lead to 38-7. The handoff to Cobb. He's met right on the line of scrimmage by Vinny Villanova and Easy Gasca.
Stop was made by number 17, Marquez White.
Marquez White in there on the tackle as well. It's going to be a gain of 2 for Cobb and bring up 2nd and 8. Ethan, nice run. And a first down run it is. Cobb out to the 46, a gain of 19. And a Panther first down.
This Navarre is expecting a pass.
First and 10 Panthers from their own 46 with 10:53 to go here in this third quarter. 38-7 Navarre.
It's got to be a legal block there.
A quick hitter to Cottrell, but he only gains 2 yards on the reception. Gain of 3. Second catch of the night for Cottrell for 6 yards. 2nd and 7. Actually, they're going to give him 2. It's going to be handoff to Cobb. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. The initial hit there, Andre Spence. A couple of Raiders come up off the pile. Vinny Villanova there as well. A gain of 2 for Cobb. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Third and 6 for the Panthers from the midfield stripe. It's going to be handoff and a first down. Ball on the ground. It looks like the Panthers get it back, but it's going to be short of the first down marker. It's going to bring up 4th and about 4.
Looks like Milton's going to go for it, Bill.
Why not?
Yeah.
38-7, Navarre on top, 9:20 and running here in the third. They do a late substitution. Play clock down to 6. Cobb up the gut. He moves forward, still on his feet. He's got a Panther first down inside the 40. Nice run there by Cobb.
Well, they had him stop short, Bill. Second effort.
8-yard carry for Cobb and a Panther first down. First and 10 Panthers at the Raider 39 with 8:45 to go here in the third. Hand off to Cobb off left tackle. Met by a host of Raiders, but dives forward. It's going to be a 3-yard gain. Barr on the tackle. Second and 7 Panthers. Actually, they're going to spot that ball right. No gain. Second and 10 for the Panthers at the Raider 39. 8:12 on the clock here in the third. Diamond going to roll out. Andre Spence with the sack. A loss back to the 45, a loss of 6. Second sack of the night. That one goes to Spence. A 6-yard loss.
Well, they called forward progress. I don't know about that.
Going to spot the ball at the 45. It's going to bring up 3rd and 16. Clock down to 7:35 here in the third. 38-7 Navarre.
4-down territory, I believe, Bill.
3rd and 16. Ethan Diamond in at quarterback for the Panthers. He's going to throw out here.
Oh, he
off the
it.
hands of Cottrell. It's going to bring up 4th and 16.
He was open, too.
It looks like with the 16 yards, they're going to send out the punt team, Bob.
Does that surprise you, Bill?
It does. 6th punt of the night for Landon Pulliam.
Unless there's a fake. Whoa, way over his head.
It was a high snap. He's going to fall down at the 36, and Raiders going to have great field possession at the Milton 36-yard line. Spence coming off a little gingerly there after that last play.
Who's that?
Andre Spence, but looks like he's okay. Got to the sideline. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Panther 36. 6:54 on the clock here in the third. Seminole Bob, Irish Bill, and Raider Riley bringing you Navarre Raider football on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. Navarre 1st and 10 at the Panther 36. Handoff to
Connor fumbled the ball.
looks like they're gonna It is a fumble. The Panthers are going to take over. The Raiders' second turnover of the night. Play that looked like it was just going to go for about a 2-yard run. And
I thought he
the
was
Raiders
down.
turned it over.
I thought he was down.
Second turnover of the night for Navarre. Their first turnover in this 3 games now. They went back-to-back weeks
and
without a turnover.
This one has an asterisk next to it. It did look like he was down.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's recognize our sponsors again for the
38-7 Navarre on top here in the third. Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from their own 34.
Northwest Services Incorporated, Miss Karen Shell, and McKenzie Motors. Our gold sponsors, Major League Club.
Well, this will set up a big matchup next Friday night in Pace, as we assumed during the season as it was going on that it would set up just like that. Pace and Navarre next Friday night in Pace.
I'd like to say again that we really appreciate our sponsors and all that they do for the program.
Walton over Catholic, 23-14. Maston Joyner with another field goal tonight. Chipley stretches their lead out to 32-13 on Destin. The handoff to Cobb, another tackle for loss for the Raiders. I believe that was Joshua Wilson. There's going to be a 2-yard loss for Cobb.
Yeah, next week very well could be a TV game, Bill.
Very possible, so we might be up on the roof anyways. Because there's a TV game, they'll kick us out of the booth.
In the roof, in the stands, on the field.
Wherever we need to be.
Wherever we need to be.
Second and they'll have 1-yard loss on that carry.
Great penetration by Navarre.
Vinny Villanova in the backfield there. Darius Cunningham. And it's a loss back inside the 30 to the 29. A loss of 4. We're going to bring up 3rd and 15. So both times that the Raiders turn the ball over, the defense has stood tall. Let's see if they can do it one more time here, Bob.
Next week, Navarre is going to have to play a perfect game. Absolutely perfect against Pace.
Tate Williams back in at quarterback. Third and 14. Look like it touched the ground. Connor Block almost had the interception there. That's going to bring up 4th and 14 for the Panthers from their 39. The Raiders defense 3 and out after the turnover. Nate Hansen back deep. Beautiful end over end punt. Going to cut back to the outside, still on his feet. A little nudge. And he's going to return it down to the 35, a 30-yard kick punt return for Nate Hansen. Almost thought he was going to score on a punt return.
He looked like Crazy Legs Robinson there, Bill.
Yeah, he did.
Nate's just, I re-listened to your conversation with him. Very well spoken. All of the kids are well spoken. Just a joy to watch these kids.
So the Raiders will have great field position right back to the Milton 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Give right back to Matthews. Back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
One more score, Bill, and we're in a running clock situation, I believe.
Indeed.
I don't even have to take off my shoes to count that. They're going to keep it on the ground. But Navarre is just as deadly on the ground as they are in the air.
You got Hansen and Marshall to the near side. Crowder lines up in the H-back spot on the far side. Matthews to the left to Hunter Feaster. A quick hitter to Terrence Marshall. Still on his feet, down to the 25, close to a Raider first down.
Took 5 guys to take that guy down.
Looks like he's going to get 10 and a Raider first down.
You know, he runs routes very well. He is so smart. He knows where the sticks are, ran to the stick, makes his cut, gives him a yard cushion for the tackle. It's just such a smart wide receiver. Good route runner.
3:53 and running here in the third, 38-7 Navarre. Hand off to Matthews. He's going to cut off right tackle. Nice tackle there on the far side by Aiden Spratt.
Well, Navarre offensive and defensive lines, I think that's the story of the game. Just dominating, especially their defense. Their linebackers so active.
Give Matthews 3 yards on the carry, second, and give him 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Off left tackle for Matthews, still on his feet, and into the end zone from 21 yards out. Matthews scores his 3rd touchdown of the night, 17th on the season, and that officially puts him over 100 yards with 102 points on the season with that 22-yard run right there. Raiders stretch their lead out to 44-7. Actually, I guys gave them 21 yards on that carry. His 3rd touchdown of the night. There's an injured Milton player on the field at the moment, as we have a break in the play. Once we do come back, we will go to a running clock. In the state of Florida, if you get a 35-point lead, the clock will continue to run. Good to see the young man up and walking off on his own. That was Zion Slack over there, I believe. And for the 4th time in the last 5 games, the Raiders have put a 45 spot on the board.
Sure have.
Snap's good. The kick is up. Kick is good. Daniel stays perfect on the season. 6 for 6 tonight. 1 for 1 on the field goal. The Raiders have stretched their lead out to 45-7. And that should start the running clock now. You're listening to Irish Bill, Seminole Bob, and Raider Riley on the camera tonight.
Raiders.
A godsend for Raider Riley to come into our lives this season, Bob.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do the camera.
A lot of people appreciate that I don't have to do the camera. He's racking up the hours.
Get some good volunteer hours here, Riley. And his sister, what is your sister's name? The sister in the band, so you were going to be here anyways, right? Down to, not sure what the clock is reading now. It is Friday the 13th, Bob. The clock's going cuckoo right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. There they go. They got it. They got it now. 45-7 is your score. Navarre on top. Irish Bill, Seminole Bob, and Raider Riley here from Hurley Manning Field at Haywood Hanna Stadium on the campus of Milton High.
Cade Fugate kicking off, Bill.
Brock Witten, number 6. Who we got here?
Cade Fugate.
Fugate. His first kickoff of the season is going to come down at the 18-yard line. Nice return by Cottrell. Fugate with the 42-yard kickoff. His first kickoff of the year.
We're going to send thoughts and prayers out to the Mike Martin family. You know, Mike Martin, former baseball coach at FSU. He's battling dementia.
Ooh.
Just a legend there at FSU. It's a terrible, terrible disease.
Rowan Strom into the game for the first time. Cooper Black back in there in the defensive secondary now for the Raiders. The Raiders going to be offsides. Nope. Logan Hand in there. First and 10 Panthers. Good cut. Nice way to use your receiver. Blocking over there on the far side is always good when you see receivers laying a big-time block out there. It's going to be a gain of 8 to Brown. His first catch of the night.
Same play.
And back to Brown again. What can Brown do for you?
Elijah Manuel, defensive lineman, senior, getting some action, and this is the only time. Well, we've ended.
End of the third quarter. 3. That was quick. Must have been a running clock.
Or the clock operator's not paying attention. But no, it is a running clock. But we've ended 3 here. Fourth quarter.
Annette says, I agree with you, Bob. I thought he was down, and that was not a fumble. Sammy giving us a score update. Mosley over Crestview, 35-0. Thanks, Sammy. We're going to head to the fourth quarter here.
And we'll be able to watch some football tonight. Is there late night football? Colorado, is it? Am I right?
I believe we have a late game tonight. We'll get to watch some football, especially with the running clock. On the snap, it will continue to run for the remainder of the game. Nice hard-nosed run there by Cobb. He's going to get about 5 yards on the play.
Cunningham on the tackle.
Got another new face in there. Elijah Manuel, Bryce Wheeler. Jackson, is that Jaden Boatner out there as well? 3-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for Cobb. Mason Baker out there. Third and 2 for the Panthers. And into the end zone. What a run over there by Jaden Leverett. He's going to take it to the house, 42 yards. And the Panthers on the board at the 10:45 mark of the fourth quarter.
But the clock will continue to run, Bill.
Correct. Pulliam with the extra point to cut the lead to 45-14. The Panthers back on the board.
Well, we've seen just about everything. Kickoff returns, long runs, short runs.
See, even during this, as we're waiting for the kickoff, the clock still continues to motor on down.
That is correct.
Scambia comes back late in the fourth quarter to take the 20-17 lead. Walton holds on to beat Catholic 23-21 to stay unbeaten at 7-0.
They could see each other again, Bill.
Yeah, Stanford and Colorado. Scott Weaver checking in, former Raider coach. Thanks, Coach. 7-0 Colorado early on. So we'll get to watch some football when we get home, big man.
Well, I've got to drive to Pensacola. Leave the car, leave Anne Marie's car. She's out of town, so when she flies back in, she has.
What a great father you are.
Well, the wife is there too.
Vinny Villanova with the fair catch on the kickoff. Raiders will have first down at their 41. And by the dirt stains and grass stains on his uniform, that man definitely has played another solid game tonight for his Navarre Raiders.
You know, they could have penalized Vinny on that. Illegal fair catch signal. Vinny doesn't practice that too much. It's, you know, he did the breaststroke. But I think the referee knew.
Roman Marshall in here for his first snaps in a few games. And Anthony Gasway with his first carry in about a year. And he's going to gain 8. Good to see that young man finally back on the field of play. Also in at wide receiver, Seth Taylor. Brandon Estrada. Jacob Crowder in there at tight end. Peyton Robinson comes in on the offensive line. Also out there is Zevin Jones. Roman Marshall in at quarterback for the Raiders. 2nd and 2 from the midfield stripe. Anthony Gasway breaks one tackle to the outside, runs hard. Good to see that man take a hit and keep on going. A 10-yard gain for Gasaway and a Raider first down.
Yeah, buddy. I love the comment by Nate Hansen about having to block.
Josh Wilson
Yeah.
in practice. Yeah, Estrada and Taylor split out to the far side. Crowder, your H-back. Actually, we got 2 in there. Helton on the other side, on the left side. Crowder on the near side. I wouldn't be surprised if Gasway gets this ball again. Right up the middle. Nice tackle there on the defensive line by Jamarian Hadnot. And then there's a late hit.
52 for Milton. Little extracurricular activity.
It's going to be a yard gain for Gasaway. They're going to mark off 15 yards. Raider first down.
Jacob Crowder with a recipient of.
That's the first walked-off penalty against Milton tonight.
Water break.
The clock does not run during the water break.
No, it better not.
Or that might have been the last play of the game. Well, we appreciate all of our viewers out there checking in with us on YouTube Live tonight and on IrishBillSports.com. We appreciate all of you, and because without you, we would just be talking to ourselves.
Talking in a brick building, a block building.
Pretty much. Raiders on top, 45-14, trying to break the 50 spot for the first time this year.
A little better outcome than last time we were here, Bill.
It sure was, or sure is.
Navarre went down in defeat.
They're going to start winding the clock now. Marshall in at quarterback. Gasaway to his right. Helton in there as the H-back. Him and Crowder on the right side. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders run a play to the right.
Just let it tick,
and
tick,
they go
tick,
back left. Gasaway leaps over the line of scrimmage. A would-be tackler down to the 19-yard line. It's going to be a gain of, let's call it 4 for Gasaway. 2nd and 6 Raiders. It's great to see that young man back out there.
Yeah, it is.
Worked hard at going through his therapy, and he's finally back out on the field. Down to 5 minutes to go in the ball game. 45-14 Navarre. Twin receivers to the far side. Gasaway shifts from left to right. He's going to get the ball. He's going to run over a couple of tacklers. Gains about another, I call 3 yards.
Is this Big Bubba's part deux? They're moving some bodies, Bill.
Give him 3 yards on the carry there. Yeah, these are the Big Bubbas out there. That's a whole new Big Bubba offensive line. Also out there, Kyle Hughes.
Zevin Jones, a sophomore.
Jackson Spalla is the only one of the original Big Bubbas out there tonight.
Peyton Robinson, a freshman.
3rd and 3 for the Raiders. It's going to be Gasaway. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe lose a yard. They'll bring up 4th down.
Look for them to keep the offense on the board, not to want to run it up, just
to run out the clock.
Well, that, and if you kick a field goal, I guess that would be considered trying to run it up.
Seth Taylor back in.
What's the highest point total? Was it against American Heritage? They scored 70?
70. Michael Carter went for 7 touchdowns that night.
Oof.
4th and 3 for the Raiders. Crowder with his first catch of the season down to the 3. A 15-yard gain to Crowder. Marshall with his first completion on his first attempt here in the ball game.
And this is the difficult part, Navarre, might be accused of running it up, but you can't tell your kids. You got backups that need to play and go through repetitions.
You have 10 backups in the game right now. The only one still in there is, actually, they're all. Gasaway's going to reach for that goal line. They're going to be down at the 1. Give him 4 yards on, actually 3 yards on the carry. The Raiders going to have a 2nd and goal at the Milton. Let's call it about the 4-inch line.
That'd be sweet if Gasaway could get a touchdown and his first action.
Marshall may call his own number here. Letting the play clock go down. We're down to 2 minutes in the ball game, 45-14. Hand off to Gasaway. And they're going to mark him short. 3rd down coming up. 1:45 on the clock. Elijah Manuel's grandparents watching from Arkansas. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
They got a tough game tomorrow.
Mr. G following Easy from San Jose, California.
Do you know the way to San Jose? Come on now, get in that end zone.
They're going to mark him short again.
Oh, wow.
And this play might be the last play of the game, Bob.
Could be.
We're down to a minute 5, minute 4, minute 3, minute 2. Raiders have a 4th and goal from the
half-yard line?
Half-yard line, maybe even closer than that. Get one last play off. Play clock down to 12. They need to hurry up. Play clock down to 7. Down to 3. They just get it off. Gasaway's going to get into the end zone. And that will be the last play of the game. Gasaway in from 1 yard out. At about the 27-second mark. 1 yard run. Gasaway. And one thing about all these backs, Bob, is they are all juniors.
Yep. $51?
Did he attempt the extra point?
No.
No, so no attempt on the extra point. 51-14 is your final score. The Raiders go to 2-0 in the district, 5-2 on the season. And a big matchup coming up next Friday night for the Raiders as they head down Highway 90 to Pace for the, more than likely, the district championship, Bob.
That's going to be a war.
Thank you, Riley.
Thank you, Riley.
The Raiders prevail on this night. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back for final statistics and our players of the game.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
Thinking about selling your property? Call Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Realty in Navarre now. The consultation is free, and Ursula uses the best tools the industry has to offer. Her years as a top producer, relocation specialist, and Florida military market specialist will help you get the desired result. If you are buying, Ursula's experience will help you make an informed decision to find the right home for you. And if you mention this advertisement, Ursula will donate $100 to the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club when the deal closes. To find out if you qualify for any of the military rewards, call or text 850-642-5711 or email ursula.householder@cbrealty.com or go to urhouseholderhomes.com. That's urhouseholderhomes.com. Go Raiders!
Welcome back to Hurley Manning Field at Haywood Hanna Stadium, where we saw the Raiders prevail on this night, 51-14. They moved to 5-2 on the season, 2-0 in district play. Milton falls to 2-5 and 0-3 in district play. And the Raiders will set up a big matchup with Pace next Friday night. But it's time now to pick our Ian Lockwood player of the game. And I'm going to throw a guy out there. This is the night he had. 11 of 13 passing for 237 yards and a score. Hunter Feaster, our Ian Lockwood player of the game.
Yep.
So Feaster is our Ian Lockwood player of the game, our offensive player of the game. 4 catches, 103 yards, and a 73-yard touchdown reception. How about Terrence Marshall?
Terrence Marshall.
And our Will Sutter defensive player of the game. You got any nominations you'd like to throw out there, Bob?
Guys, I hope you don't fall on. They're doing backflips out there. I hope they don't hurt themselves. You know, gosh, there's so many. I could think of Connor Black, Easy Gasca.
You got a couple of sacks out there.
Young man.
Andre Spence.
Andre Spence. I'm thinking about the young man that came in from Alberta.
Tristan Ferrara.
Yeah. Possibilities.
Played tough. We call his name a lot. I want to throw my hat in the ring for Andre Spence.
Let's do it.
There you go. Our Will Sutter defensive player of the game, Andre Spence.
Played everywhere tonight, Bill.
He did.
Special teams, defense, offense.
Special teams, but I think we got to go back to Tyler Daniels. 6 for 6 on extra points, 1 for 1 in field goals. Contributed 9 points on the night. Or Nate Hansen's 70-yard kickoff return.
We could have Co.
You want to go with that? I'm all for that. So Tyler Daniel and Nate Hansen are our special teams players of the game. This has been Seminole Bob and Irish Bill with Ray Riley on the camera tonight. And we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. Sorry that we had a connection issue there in the first half. We were fortunate to get back on the air. And wherever you are, may you have a great weekend. And we will be back at Culver's on Tuesday night.
Yes, sir.
Buffalo Wild Wings on Wednesday night. And up at Pace next Friday night. Until then, may the wind never be at your back. This is Irish Bill signing off.
Good night, Navarre, and God bless.